Hi guys, welcome to one of the most wanted camera comparisons. Today I have got the all new iPhone 13 up against the Samsung Galaxy A52s 5G, OnePlus Nord 2 and the Poco F3. This is going to be an in-depth camera comparison, so fasten your seatbelts and smash that subscribe button, it's absolutely free. Okay, let's get the camera specs out of the way first. iPhone 13 here has got two main rear cameras of 12 megapixels each. Details are right up on your screen. It's using the ISP of A15 Bionic chipset and it can record front and rear videos up to 4K at 60 frames per second with the optical image stabilization working in all the modes. A52s has 4 rear cameras with the main one being a 64 megapixel sensor. Rest of the details are on your screen. It's using the ISP of Snapdragon 778 chipset and it can record front and rear camera videos up to 4K at 30 frames per second. It's also got the optical image stabilization. The Nord 2 is using a main 50 megapixels camera accompanied by 2 more rear camera sensors and its other camera details are also on the screen. It's using the ISP of MediaTek Dimensity 1200 chipset and it can record rear camera videos up to 4K at 30 frames per second with OIS. Front is limited to 1080p at 30 frames per second. The Poco F3 is using the ISP of Snapdragon 870. It's got the main 48 megapixels camera sensor. There is no OIS in this phone. All these phones have a very unique camera application. You can find features like slow-mo, pro-mo, time-lapse and a load of filters and frames in all these cameras. The iPhone this year has introduced a new cinematic mode which is similar to the portrait video mode on the other phones. So I'll not get into the nitty-gritty details here. I would like to start this camera comparison with the front camera videos. Let's get into it now. Hi guys, I'm out today shooting this mega camera comparison between the iPhone 13, A52s, the OnePlus Nord 2 and the Poco F3. Now this is a little different from the videos that I post on my channel because I have chosen entirely different phones this time. This video is being recorded in 1080p at 30 frames per second because this is the common mode on all these phones. For this video, you guys have to be the judge for the colors, for the contrast, brightness, and of course the mic recording quality as well. I will definitely show you the videos recorded in other resolutions as well, but let me tell you that the Poco F3, A52s and the iPhone 13 support 1080p at 60 frames per second as well, which lacks on the OnePlus Nord 2. Also, the iPhone 13 and the A52s 5G are the only two devices that support 4K at 30 frames per second from the front camera. I'll show you that too. And the iPhone 13 is the only device that supports 4K at 60 frames per second from the front camera. Now, it's really hot here. It's about 35 degrees today, but I had to record this camera comparison and you can see that I am already sweating. If you guys like my efforts put into the making of this video, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and drop your valuable feedback in the comment section down below. Let me take you to the other parts of this camera comparison now. This one is now 1080p at 60 fps video from the iPhone, the A52s and the Poco F3. I am walking to give you guys an idea about the stability. Right now on this screen, the video from the iPhone looks the best to me, but you guys are going to be the judge for all the aspects as far as it's about the front camera video. This is now the front 4K at 30 frames per second from the iPhone 13 and the A52s, and I think the iPhone 13 is the clear winner here, but once again you guys are the judge, so drop your feedback down in the comment section below. And if you think that this video is worth it, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and drop your feedback down in the comment section once again. Let me take you to the other aspects of this video now. Here are the rear camera videos, starting with the rear ultrawide videos in 1080p at 30 frames per second. In the rear ultrawide videos, the iPhone and the A52s 5G seem to have the highest stability. OnePlus Nord 2 stability is poor. Poco F3 has good stability too. The resolution on the iPhone 13 and the A52s is pretty good. The normal video, and here once again the stability is just too good on the iPhone 13 and the A52s. Stability is good on other two devices as well, but their video looks a little pale in terms of overall color tone. iPhone has a warmer tone and A52s is producing a cool tone in this video. The 60 frames per second video now. Here the iPhone 13 seems to be having stunning stability once again. Even the Nord 2 has good stability here. Stability on the Poco F3 sucks and A52s stability is not that good either. A 4K 30 frames per second video clip. Check the stability on the iPhone and the Poco F3. The Nord also has better stability than the A52s 5G here. Something's wrong with this phone. Samsung needs to work on the stability of this new Galaxy A lineup. The OS doesn't seem to be working on all these phones. The colors are quite impressive on the A52s and the iPhone 13. A low light video clip. You guys be the judge and tell me which phone's low light video is good. And this is a 4K at 30 frames per second ultra-wide video clip from these two phones because both the Poco F3 and the Nord 2 do not support 4K ultra-wide videos. It's time to move on to the photos now. Let's start with my own ultra-wide photos. First of all, the images from the iPhone 13 and the A52s have the highest details. Saturation is way too high on the Nord 2, colors are dull on the Poco F3, the dynamic range is the best on the iPhone 13. I would give the second place for dynamic range to the Nord 2. A52s lacks a little bit of vibrancy in the colors. Overall, I think the iPhone 13 has the best image. A52s stands at the second spot and the Poco F3 along with the Nord 2 falls at the third place. This one is a photo taken in the normal mode on all the phones. Once again, the iPhone has the best dynamic range and now dynamic range on the A52s is at the second place. I have no idea what the Nord 2 and Poco F3 have done to my face. The photo has a natural tone on the iPhone. Color tone on the A52s is also good. It just lacks a little bit of saturation only. Overall, I like the photo on both the iPhone 13 and the A52s. And by the way, the reds are the best on the A52s. It has not blown off the reds. This one is a portrait taken on all the phones. The iPhone once again takes the lead. A52s is the second, Poco F3 third, and the Nord is at the fourth spot because of how it has changed the skin tone. And by the way, if you look at the edge detection, I think the A52s has the best edge detection in this portrait image. I'll show you a series of ultra-wide and normal images. Now in the ultra-wide images, these phones keep changing their colors. My focus was on the details mostly, and I think if I have to pick up an overall best ultra-wide shooter, I'll either go with the iPhone 13 for the details or the A52s for the overall picture quality. In the normal mode, if you look at the sky, it's bluish on the iPhone 13 and it's grey on all the other phones. Details are the best on the A52s. Colors are vibrant on the iPhone 13 and the Poco F3. Nord 2 has very dull colors and dark shadows. And other normal image, the iPhone 13 and the Nord 2 have vibrant image this time. Shadows are too dark on the Poco F3, it destroys the scene. A52s has a close to reality natural image. Details are good on both the iPhone 13 and the A52s 5G. Another normal image, now the color of the sky is the best on the A52s 5G and then it's good on the iPhone 13. Both the Poco and the Nord have a greyish or purplish sky which doesn't look good to me. If you look at the table, its original color is being maintained in all the photos except for the A52s's photo this time. The same photo from the ultrawide lens, now look at the grass, it's blown off in the Poco and the Nord's image. It's intact on the iPhone 13 and it's also visible on the Galaxy A52s's image. Let me know which is your favorite photo here. And other set of ultra-wide images, keep your eyes on the color of the sky and the foreground. I think the iPhone 13 is maintaining its lead once again. Here, the Poco F3 has taken a nice image as well. In the broad daylight, the A52s 5G seems to be suppressing the highlights and overall vibrancy of the images. The same image from the normal lens now. Let's check out some more ultra-wide and the normal images. This one now is an ultra-wide indoor image followed by its normal counterpart. Before I show you more indoor images, let me show you some more outdoor images of flowers demonstrating color reproduction capabilities of all these phones. All these images speak for themselves, and I think I don't really need to give my opinion here, but I would like to hear you out. Let me know, what do you think about the color tone, the saturation, the shadow and highlight management, and the depth effect in these images? Which phone's images are the most impressive? By the way, if you are loving this video so far, consider subscribing and help my channel get out of the woods. I will show you some more images, this time the indoor images, and after you are done watching these images, I will show you the low light and the night mode images. When it comes to the low light images, the night mode looks like a gimmick on the Poco F3 and the Nord 2. Night mode is the best on the iPhone 13. This phone's night mode capabilities just blew my mind. A52s's night mode also works up to the extent that it can capture very good night mode images. The Poco and Nord both are a disappointment when it comes to the low light performance. When it comes to the selfies, choosing a winner is really easy, but before that, let me explain a few things. Selfie color tone and the overall look is more of a personal subjective choice. You may not like what I like and I may not like what you like, but here's my opinion. The iPhone 13 has a natural color tone. It's got the best details for the front camera. Edge detection on the A52s 5G is the best, but it lacks saturation. The selfies from Nord 2 are too bright and the Poco seems to be adding darker shadows. Portrait mode of the iPhone 13 is also the best, but A52s once again has better edge detection. The Poco F3 takes relatively soft selfies, and selfies are super sharp on the iPhone and A52s 5G. Nord seems to be keeping the selfies balanced somehow. The color of my shirt is close to original on the A52s 5G. It's too deep on the iPhone in the selfies, and it's fine on the Poco and the Nord as well. All the selfies are acceptable to me, but do let me know which phone's selfies have impressed you the most. I'll wait for your comments down below. It's time for the verdict. Choosing a winner is really easy here. iPhone 13 is a complete package. It records the best videos, it has the best stability for the videos, and it also has a wide range of resolutions available for both the front and the rear cameras. iPhone 13 takes impressive ultrawide photos, normal images are also great, its night mode performance is outclassed, and its front camera takes very realistic selfies. But yes, it's also the most expensive phone in this comparison. I would give the second spot to the Galaxy A52s. For half the price of the iPhone 13, it performs very well and it's got almost all the resolutions that the iPhone 13 offers, but it doesn't have a great stability for the videos. The third spot should be given to the Poco F3. Its images are also quite good, and if we keep in mind its price tag, it makes a lot of sense. And I would give the last spot to the OnePlus Nord 2. I am highly disappointed in the camera of the OnePlus Nord 2. I expected better results from this phone, but it's not there yet, and unfortunately, I won't be able to recommend this phone. You may disagree with me. If so, drop your own thoughts and analysis in the comments. I would also like to hear you out regarding this video. If you have any suggestions, you are more than welcome to drop them here. In case you have not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button now and hit the like button too. With that being said, I will sign off and see you all in the next one.